different quarterbacks there, isn't it?
My goodness, 5 different quarterbacks. I'm excited about the NFL on ESPN, Mike. 8 games during the regular season, 4 preseason games, and oh my goodness,
I'm
very
exciting.
exciting.
Ooh. You know what a fan I am.
I know you are. Just think how good those Browns are going to be this year, and of course you're rooting for who, the Rams?
Well, I root for the Browns too.
Okay, all right. Marc McDowell. Boy, is he off to a fast start this evening, only averaging .250 for his opening 2 games.
And Hugh Miller has made him start the match. In other words, Hugh wants to get his score on the board first and put a little pressure on Marc McDowell. Marc McDowell says, I'm the one that's going to apply the pressure.
Well, I have a feeling that Hugh Miller, who stands 5'11", weighs 180 pounds, has already realized he needs to get off to a pretty quick start here this evening, or he might wave goodbye to the kid from Madison, Wisconsin.
Well, McDowell's put the pressure on everyone early.
But you're looking at a 1983 Tucson Open champion. He knows what it means to bowl on the championship pair. How about a break on that 5-pin? It wiggles, and Hugh Miller with a chuckle looks over to his left, and the pros never leave 5 pins.
Well, we've seen a few, and Scott Devers, who's our tournament leader, has left a few solid 5s this week.
We probably shouldn't say this, but you know what a hook Bob Hanley throws. I saw Hanley leave a 5-8, a solid 5-8 in the pocket this week.
When we throw those shots, I used to say, did anybody get wet?
You mean it's a splash? Bob Hanley will never forgive us for that, but he made the spare. And so did Hugh Miller. And there you see left-handed Hugh Miller, Mercer Island, Washington. 87 average, 211.89. And on television, this guy is a very talented performer. Won his first 6 matches on national television, is 8-3 overall, and that's an outstanding record under the lights.
One here, right there on this pair in 1983. He's hoping that he can duplicate it here in 87. Just like that.
Well, he'll breathe a little easier. The eyebrows go up and down, and Hugh realizes, I think I can hang in there with this kid.
Well, he better string some of those X's.
This is Mark's first appearance on national television in 1987, his 3rd overall. Up until tonight, he'd never won a game on national television. He was 0-2. Very quickly, he is now 2-2.
He said, I didn't know how easy it is.
Averaging .250, only averaged 202.5 on the television pair throughout the match play competition, but he's obviously solved the puzzle. How about it? Oh, my goodness, a solid 10 and the wince on the face of Marc McDowell, who shakes his head. No, no, no.
His first real tap of the evening, where he threw it in there and was expecting that strike and didn't get it. Highest finish in this event, 50th in 1986. You know, he's definitely going to better that this year.
Well, that was good enough for a check. By the skin of his teeth. This year, it's been kind of a down year for Marc McDowell, having earned a little better than $17,000. He won $51,000 last year to set a rookie record on the PBA Tour. Overall, now in 2 years as a member of the Professional Bowlers Association, he has gathered $72,809 heading into this one this evening. Can do no worse than win $7,500 here tonight, win or lose.
Not bad for a young fella just out of college.
Those young single guys traveling the country, bowling well, throwing strikes. You used to do that, Mike.
I was never single doing it.
Oh, you weren't?
No.
I didn't know that.
No.
You and Debbie were married before you went out on tour?
Always.
Always?
Well,
people don't realize how fortunate Mike is. He has a lovely wife who's put up with all those 10 pins for all those years. And how about a swishing 5 for Marc McDowell?
And Hugh Miller, after he left that solid 5 on lane 16, says, I like a re-rack this time.
Yeah, and he also went for the sandpaper, too, right?
No, he's not allowed to do that during competition.
Not allowed to sand the track, in other words. Not allowed to alter the track of the bowling ball.
The surface of the bowling ball in any way during competition.
Okay.
Take the lead. And he says, who's this righty?
Oh! Well, right now, Marc McDowell is the great right hope, because Scott Devers is left-handed, and there you see this week, 221.73, 267 is high game, and Hugh with a 15-9 match play record, one of the better match play records of the top 24 finalists.
It takes very little time. When he gets up there, sets himself, has kind of a muscle swing, but he's just gone. He's made up his mind what he's going to do a long time ago.
Excellent athlete, outstanding baseball pitcher in his younger years. And he's looking for a little break. How about a little help? And didn't quite get it. Leaves the 6-pin.
Fooled on that. His speed was just a hair slower, and the ball crept high. Actually got a very good break going through the heart of the pins and leaving only the 6-pin.
Hugh, through his television career, has averaged 223.75, and gives you an indication of why he's won 8 of 11 matches. Average 225 or somewhere thereabouts. You're going to win most of them.
You're going to win your share.
Covers up the spare. And at this point in time, we are very close here in the semifinal game as Hugh Miller leads by 9. Dave Husted won the Miller Lite Challenge. 85, it was David Ozio.
84, Ron Palumbi when he beat Mark Fay. 83 was the same Hugh Miller.
And in 1982, the winner was...
Yours truly snuck in there and beat Nelson Burton Jr.
I was going to open the envelope and announce it, but yeah, you're right. Of course, you lost a toughie in 85 to Ozio, right?
Well, you don't win too many title matches below 150.
No, you sure don't. Well, Marc McDowell trails by 9, but he could help the cause here with a double in the 4th.
Can take the lead. Right over that second arrow. Oh, I thought that pin was going to be interference there, you know.
Where was the yellow flag?
As we have football coming up on ESPN, but watch the head pin. I think it's the head pin that gets in the way of the 5. But not enough.
Clipping. Take that play back, but McDowell knows, oh, wait a second, I'll take it. I knew it was 10 in the pit. And there you see, what's that do to you emotionally? You're sitting on the bench.
Figures.
How can this guy get a break like that, right?
Only to me.
What goes through the minds of those bowlers when they're on the bench? And there you see graphically that Marc McDowell leads by 1. Could make it 11 with a strike here on the left-hand lane.
Squeezed that one off a little bit. Left of his target, the ball didn't finish as much, and left the 7-pin.
When the ball goes left of the target, Mike, it usually skids. It gets into the oil too quick, perhaps.
If there's more oil left, which in this case there is.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Cross lane at the 7-pin, and Mark, when he shoots at these spares, doesn't hook the ball at all. Throws hard and straight right at him. But notice how much time he takes on a simple 7-pin. He's trying to say, hey, I'm not going to beat myself by any stupid mistakes. And even though he's left of his target with that spare, because he threw it straight, the ball didn't go in the channel, hung on and made the spare. Even match, right to the very pin. Hugh Miller in the 5th frame.
Oh, there we go. 1982 Tucson Open winner. Boy, they must have been easy that night.
Oh, as he leaves the... What is the dinner bucket on the right? The 3, 5, 6, 9. Right, I can hardly think of the pins on the right.
You've never left that, have you?
No, that particular spare I don't think I ever have left.
Who did you beat in 82, Mike?
Nelson
Burton Jr. Oh, boy.
I didn't beat him. He simply got wrapped, and I outlucked him.
You held on for dear life, huh?
I slopped out a couple strikes, and he left some solid 8s. And
a win is a win.
At the spare.
Need some help.
All right. Oh, he got some help, I'll tell you.
Hugh pops his brow a little bit, looks back down, and realizes, I think I got away with one. I'm safe.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, brother. Well, it's been an adventure from time to time at some of these spare attempts this evening. Hey, even the pros' knees start to wobble a little bit when you try and shoot those dinner buckets. Hugh Miller trails by 4.
And I mentioned, this is a brand new ball he drilled up today. Didn't use it all week long. Maybe he should have.
And there you see Hugh staring defiantly at lane 15 and in his mind thinking, boy, I hope I can do that the rest of the way.